Good. Let's see here. Oh wow, look at that. It's Mark's birthday today. Hey Mark, how's the film business going right now? Oh, let's see. All right. So I found a bunch of messages yesterday. I can't believe this, but I found a bunch of messages that I hadn't seen before on Facebook. They were like message requests. I guess you can send a message to somebody that you're not a friend with on Facebook, and then they have to either respond to the message or become, I don't know exactly how it worked, but anyway, I was like, oh my gosh, there's 13 messages here, and I have no idea where these came from. And thankfully, good, happy Friday. Hey Sam, hey Deja, Irene, happy Friday, good morning. I don't know so where these messages came from, but not to get into Facebook details, but one person asked about crow. They're like, please could you do crow to handstand? Crow to handstand. And I said, okay, sure. I don't know if that person is, I forget their name. I don't even know if that person is listening right now or watching right now or not. It's not going to be the whole class, so don't feel like we're going to do a whole Friday morning of crow to handstands, because that won't happen. But we will get there. So we'll do a nice little, a little flow to warm up like we normally do, and then we'll do our nice. Dawn's there. Good morning, Jen. Scott, you're gonna want some of this crow to handstand, buddy. That's for sure. All right, so we're gonna start. Let's do it. Oh, let me just plug this in, otherwise I'll lose all my battery. Don't lose my battery. All right, there we go. So go ahead and step to the front of your mat. If you're newer, just follow along, do the best that you can. There's no right or wrong unless you injure yourself, in which case it's wrong, but even if you injured yourself, it's probably what you need to be doing right now to help heal yourself. So you're fine pretty much either way. Just whatever you do, you take full responsibility for. So that's all. I will share this. This is actually pretty wise, I think. That one of my first yoga teachers, Sarah Powers from Mill Valley, those of you that remember her, I think she's probably still around, but she said, the teaching that we're getting in life is always the exact teaching that we need in that exact moment for us in this exact place in our life. Like there is, I think about that too sometimes. I'm like, oh, it's frustrating or hard, whatever it is. But the truth is, if something different were supposed to be happening, something different would be happening, right? So the supposed to be is the hook in that little statement. So anytime you feel like something's not going your way, which I've felt many times before, it's important to shift the perspective, and that's the lesson of the day. Let's see if we can shift our perspective, regardless of what's happening for you in your life right now. Let's see if we can flow through some movement and do a nice, fun, strong yoga practice. And maybe your intention can be built around shifting your perspective in a certain area in your life that you might feel stuck or frustrated about. How about that? Just a suggestion. Go ahead and bring your feet about shoulder distance, bring your palms together, close your eyes, relax the shoulders. Start breathing in and out of the nose. Shoulders drop down, top of the head floats up. Set that intention, and again, intention can be simple: to release some stress, to heal. Sometimes I've heard people say, my intention was just to make it through the whole class, which is totally fine. But also could be maybe to shift the perspective about certain things in your life that maybe feel rigid or anxiety provoking, and just see if there's a way that you can understand from a bigger heart that maybe it's the way it's supposed to be happening, and maybe there's a lesson to be learned, and then maybe from that lesson you can help somebody else. All right? Go ahead and take one more nice big breath. And go ahead and take the arms up, interlace the fingertips, turn the palms up to the ceiling, stretch your arms and shoulders, avoid sticking your butt back. See if you can engage the abdomen slightly. Lift up, lean back, take a nice deep breath. Oh. Good. And then fold over to one side, stretch. Oh, good. And then switch sides, same thing, other side. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing up for this lovely Friday morning yoga practice. This is my lovely studio here in Malibu, and we're shut down during the quarantine. Go ahead and come back up to the center, lean back, take a nice big inhale, fold down forward as you exhale. We're just gonna hang forward here for a few breaths. And so I'm streaming every day, six days a week, not every day, I take Sundays off. But 6 days a week, and asking for people to donate if they can to help support our studio while we're in this shutdown. And I've realized that I'm going to continue streaming forever on a donation basis. So if you have the ability to support us and pay for a class, that would be fantastic. And you can go to 5pointyoga.com to do that, or you can just Venmo me directly, which is at Teddy McDonald. Also support your local business, and if you can't, I don't want you to feel this is not a guilty thing. I just want you to, if you can do it, great, and if not, this is here for us to all stay healthy together, at home together. Clasp the hands behind your back, interlace the fingertips, stretch the shoulders, breathe deeply. Good, one more big breath. Big stretch in the shoulders. And then release the arms, slowly roll up, abdomen strong. We're gonna take a few shoulder rolls here, shoulder circles. And then we'll talk about, I don't really like to talk too much about the news and and all the stress and anxiety and, all that stuff. I like to give my announcement in the beginning, maybe share a little tidbit, and then move on to the yoga. So now's the time we move on to the yoga. Switch sides. Crow to handstand. So crow, Bakasana, there's crow and crane, but basically they're the same. They're slightly different where the knee placement and all that. But to get from there to handstand is a big deal, right? Go ahead now, side to side. And I know some of you out there are stronger, been practicing a long time, and crow pose is totally not an issue for you, but to get the upper body off the arms in crow is the hard part. So we're going to work on it today a little bit. Work on what the foundation of that. A couple more times, side to side, and a lot of that is core strength, and a lot of it is upper body strength. All right, that's good. Back to the center. Sun salutations. Palms together. Take a nice deep inhale. Lift the arms up. Fold down forward as you exhale. Extend your spine as you inhale. Look forward. Step back to plank. Top of a push-up. Hold it here. Breathe. We're not going to really do any push-ups at all here because I want to make sure that we have some energy left over. So go ahead and just do a few circles, one direction, a few circles, and breathe. Opposite direction. Good. And then from here, drop to the knees right away. Cat and cow tilts. Inhale, lift the heart up. Exhale, round the back, tuck the tailbone. Keep that going. So inhale and exhale a few times. Inhaling and exhaling. Just let me get this rolling there. I don't know why it's not rolling. There we go. Okay, there we go. Good. Now that's good. Good. All right, and then side to side. So back to neutral, lift the feet. You're gonna go side to side, shoulder and hip together one side, shoulder and hip together other side. Shoulder and hip together one side, shoulder and hip together other side. Oh, and breathe. Oh man, you got a little, so yesterday, if some of you saw maybe that I posted that picture from the top of Ladyface Mountain because I went for a run up there yesterday. And on my way down, I launched down, I didn't launch, but I kind of jumped off this. It's that, if you ever get a chance, let me know. If you're ever in the neighborhood, let me know. We're gonna go to downward facing dog because it's a super cool hike and trail run, and there's moments that are excuse me, moments that are full-on free solo moments. Bend your left leg here, push your right heel down, give it a big stretch, where you have to, you know, navigate your way up this rock. It's all pretty safe, but if you're not used to it, it can definitely be scary, for sure. I saw a couple people up there the other day, and they were definitely a little bit more freaked out about the rock. I mean, I guess the fear of falling to your death is probably a good fear to have if you're not used to it. But anyway, so yesterday I jumped down from one of those rocks and landed just slightly off of my ankle. So my ankle is a little tender this morning. Straighten both legs, come up on the toes, walk softly to the hands. I think this yoga practice is gonna help me, so thank you for showing up. Halfway up, inhale, fold as you exhale. All the way up as you inhale. Hands to the heart as you exhale. That's how this works. It's an exchange, right? An energetic exchange. Arms up, inhale. Fold down forward as you exhale. Extend the spine, look forward, inhale. Step back or jump back. Exhale, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Well, we usually do an easy one. And then downward facing dog. We'll throw the middle one in as an easy one. How about that? Couple breaths, downward facing dog, just as a review. Fingers are spread, palms are flat. Extend the shoulders, lift the tailbone up, breathe deeply. Good, up on the toes again. Walk or lightly hop forward. Extending that spine as you inhale, look forward. Hands can be on the shins, fold down as you exhale, stretch the legs all the way up. Nice big inhale. Hands to the heart, exhale. Arms up again, inhale. Fold down forward as you exhale. If you're newer, you're gonna step back. Halfway up, step back. Lower down, knees first. Then all the way to the mat. Then a gentle back bend and cobra pose. Good, and then downward facing dog. You just reverse it. Back to the hands and knees, tuck the toes, lift the hips. And there's your downward facing dog. Pause here, breathe. Up on the toes again. Walk or lightly hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale, look forward. Fold as you exhale, stretch. Chair pose from there, inhale. Sorry, not chair pose yet. Hands together at the heart, exhale. We do one more. We typically do 3 of them. Arms up again, inhale. Lift, oh yeah. Fold down forward, exhale. Extend the spine as you inhale. Step back or jump back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, shoulders pulled back a little bit, and then maybe chaturanga again. Downward facing dog. Since we're gonna do a bit more core stuff here, so you can avoid, I say when we go through those, the vinyasas and the sun salutations, avoid that extra chaturanga. Save your energy. Take the right leg up, hold it up. This time today, open the hip, bend the knee, get a nice big side stretch. Breathing. Good, one more inhale. Yeah, and then square the hips, knee to the nose, just right down the center, abdomen really strong. Lift it back and up. Forward knee to your left side. Back and up. Forward up to your right side. Back and up. All the way forward to the hands. Hip hamstring stretching from here. Straighten the front leg, flex the foot, bend the knee, drop the hips. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. A couple more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. We'll do one more. Inhale and exhale. Good. Turn the back foot flat. Come on up to warrior one. Hold warrior one. Shoulders relaxed, breath smooth. Breathing deeply. Good. From here, clasp the hands back behind you, interlace the fingertips, and lift the heart up, shoulders pull back, take a big inhale, and then fold down as you exhale. Drop the head down, stretch it, make sure it doesn't hurt the knee. If you can, square your body forward, breathe deeply. Good, and then come on back up. Warrior one, nice big inhale, reach. Hands down to the floor, exhale, take the leg back. Vinyasa, lower down. Remember, all the way to the mat is fine. Upward facing dog, and then right back to down dog. No extra push-up today. Left leg up behind you. When you're ready, lift the leg, open the hip, bend the knee, breathe deep. Good, then square the hips, knee to the nose, right down the center, abdomen strong, lift it back and up. Forward knee to your right side, strong core, lift it again, back and up. Forward over to your left side, back and up, all the way forward to the hands. Pause there. Hip hamstring stretch, so straighten the front leg, flex the foot, bend the knee, drop the hips down. Keep that going. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. A couple more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good, one more. Good. Turn the back foot, come on up, warrior one. Hold here, breathe. Good, and then clasp the hands behind the back, interlace the fingertips, lift the heart up, pull the shoulders back and down, drop the head back, breathe deep. One more big inhale, and then folding down forward as you exhale. Stretching. Good, one more breath. And then come on, back up, warrior one, inhale. Hands down to the floor, exhale. Take the leg back. Vinyasa, lower down. Upward facing dog. Or cobra, remember the easy one is fine. Downward facing dog. Hold it here, breathe. Fingers spread, palms flat, lift the tailbone, extend back and up. Gently press the thighs back and the heels down and breathe. All right, up on the toes again. Walk or hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. Chair pose from here. Bend the knees, reach the arms up, hold it. Chair, we do 30 seconds here. Just to build a little bit of heat, build a little bit of strength. Good, sink a little bit lower. One more nice big inhale. And then stand up, bring the hands together at the heart, exhale. Good, big full breath. And now we link it together. We're gonna do 3 rounds, sun salutation B. So just a normal sun salutation B. When you're ready, chair pose, do the best you can. Fold down forward, straighten the legs. Halfway up as you inhale. Step or jump back as you exhale. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Just flow, right leg up. Bring it all the way forward. Warrior 1, reaching up, inhale. Stretch, hands down, take the leg back. Vinyasa, lower. Upward facing dog. Chaturanga. I did that. I shouldn't have done that. Left side, take it up, bring it forward. I didn't mean to do it. It's habit. Arms up, hands down, take the leg back. Vinyasa again, lower. Remember, all the way to the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale. Downward facing dog. Good, hold it and breathe. Good, again, up on the toes, walk softly or lightly, hop forward. Halfway up as you inhale, fold as you exhale. Chair pose from there, bend the knees, reach the arms, inhale. Stand up, bring the hands together at the heart, exhale. We're gonna do 2 more rounds like that. Back to chair, inhale, just warming up. Fold down, exhale. Warming up, and at the same time, you're getting better each time. Halfway up. Step back or jump back. And upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Oh, did the chaturanga again. Right side, take it up behind you, bring it all the way forward. I need to save my energy, you guys. Arms up, inhale, stretch. Hands down, leg back, abdomen strong, lower down. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Left side, take the leg up, bring it forward. Warrior 1, reach up. Hands down, take the leg back, lower. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. I did it. No extra push-up. Good, hold here, breathe. Fingers spread, palms flat, lifting up, extending. One more breath. And then up on the toes again. Walk or hop forward. Extending the spine as you inhale. Folding as you exhale. Chair pose again. Inhale. Stand, hands together at the heart. Exhale. Good. Big, full breath. And then back to chair when you're ready. Inhale. Fold down forward as you exhale. Extend the spine as you inhale. Step back or jump back as you exhale. Chaturanga. One more cycle through. Inhale up, pull the shoulders back. Down dog, right leg, take it up behind you. Bring it all the way forward. Warrior 1, reach up, inhale. Hands down. From there, take the leg back. Vinyasa, lower down. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Left side, take the leg up, bring it forward. Warrior 1, reach. Hands down, take the leg back. Vinyasa, back to downward facing dog. So that has been 20 minutes from the time we started moving. So I know I started a little bit late because I was chatting. But the point is, if you can remember those moves and do that for 20 minutes, if that's all you had, then that is a great combination of movements to help you warm up, to help you get it stronger, increase your flexibility, and then just kind of calm down a little bit. It's a great sequence. But we're going to move on from that sequence, actually. Take the right leg up, bring it forward, turn the back foot flat, warrior one, and warrior two. You know, it's funny. There was a, over the last 20 years, I've been kind of following fitness and being a fitness guy. And, I love knowing what scientists are doing and all the different science and studies and stuff like that. And it seemed like over the last decade, probably, so still in warrior two, shoulders relaxed, breath smooth. It seemed like there was this movement to, get the most out of the workout in the shortest amount of time, right? It's like the whole the hacking movement, right? I want to biohack my situation because I want to do something that's going to give me a lot more benefits, right? I want to do the least amount for the most amount of benefit, which I understand in some ways, Certain things, you want that, right? Go ahead now, wrap that left arm around and bring the forearm to the thigh and then twist up. So bend that front leg a little bit, lengthen the upper body, turn and twist up toward the ceiling. However, when it comes to your health and your body and your physical well-being and your emotional well-being and your state of mind, your mental well-being, don't take shortcuts. It's not, look, if you only had 20 minutes because you had to run out and go to a crowded restaurant, then go for it. But just kidding, I know nobody's running out there. But obviously, if your schedule is so busy and crazy and you only have 20 minutes, you got to do it the best. But if you have the time, really take the time and be with yourself for a little bit longer. Good, now release that top arm up. Take it over the ear. Breathe deep. Extending that shoulder. One more big inhale. And then come on back up, warrior two. Push the leg straight, drop the back arm down, right arm up and back, stretch. Good, one more inhale, and then we're gonna go forward and wrap the arms. This is a wrap or half wrap. So you just did the half wrap. If you're ready for it, full wrap. So right arm under, left arm behind, clasp and hold. Breathing deep, lengthen the upper body up if you can. Twist and turn up toward the ceiling or sky if you're outdoors. But breathe. We're taking this to the floor to a stretch and to a core low plank. So one more big breath, open up. And then hands down, come up on the back toes for a moment here. And walk that right foot over to your right side. Bring the outside elbow down, inside elbow down if you can. Oh, yes. Good, nice big stretch here. Breathe, driving that back leg back. We will take a little hamstring stretch. So one more breath. And then drop the back knee down. Come on up. Straighten that leg. Lengthen the upper body. Bring your chin closer to the foot. That's the idea here. But ultimately, it's that hamstring stretch. So if you can, just get in there and breathe. What's today? Today's May 1st. It's right now May 1st. You could be watching this later. It might not be May 1st. But for me, right now, here, in this moment, it is May 1st. 2020. And there's a lot of states who are letting go of their stay-at-home orders and, following some rules. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it goes well for everybody. I wish everybody the best in health. Go ahead now, bend that front leg, come down forward. You're gonna come back into this stretch just for a moment, so just kind of feel it out there for a moment. Part of crow pose is actually having a bit kind of semi-flexible hip flexor and hip in there to help you with that, getting the knees higher up on the arms. But now we're gonna take this to a core strengthener, so low plank. Tuck the back toes, straighten the back leg, and then bring that leg back. So here you are in low plank. We'll do 1 minute. Abdomen strong, breath smooth. Think about your shoulders here. Shoulders, breath. Abdomen, thighs strong. Breathe. Good, halfway, 30 seconds. Ten more seconds. And dolphin pose, so lift the hips up, walk the feet closer and push back into the shoulders and breathe really deeply. Good, one more breath, give it a good stretch. And then look at the hands. Push the arms to downward facing dog if you can. Very nice. From there, lift the left leg up. Bring it all the way forward. Turn the back foot flat. Warrior one. And then warrior two. Yay! We talked about this a month ago, I think. But this idea of the fact that you have a stadium of 100,000 people around you cheering you on for everything that you do. I like that concept. I'm happy with that concept. All right, so warrior two, yeah, everybody's screaming, they're doing the wave, woohoo, yay! Sally's doing warrior two, awesome. Shoulders down. So you wanna, do the best you can here. Not just go, oh well, whatever this guy's doing, I'll just do. No. You made it here. The idea is to do the best you can. Sink down that front leg a little bit. Take that back arm around the back. Reach around, bring the forearm to the thigh. Twist up toward the ceiling. Breathe deeply. Good. From here, left hand down to the floor. Keep leaning back if you can, abdomen strong. Twist and turn up, breath smooth. Good, and then just release that right arm over the ear. Stretch it. Feel grounded in the feet, grounded in your legs. Lengthen that upper body up more, stretch, feel that arm come out of your hip socket. That's where you want to feel that. Good, come on, back up, warrior two. Push the leg straight, back arm down, left arm up and back, stretch. Good, one more big inhale. And then forward. Left arm under, right arm behind. Clasp and hold. Lengthen up, twist and turn up. Breathe deep. Holding here. Smile a little bit if it's a little bit tougher. Remember, you can always bring the forearm to the thigh, or now we're going to go down to the floor, so you can go down there early if you need to, but a few more breaths if possible. One more inhale, and then hands down. Come up on the back toes, walk that left foot over to the left. Outside elbow down, inside elbow down. Pause and breathe. So my inside elbow doesn't always go down. It's just kind of flapping in the wings there, flapping in the wind. But if I push it down, it goes down. It's a deeper stretch. Good, one more breath here. And then drop that back knee. Come on up, straighten that front leg. Stretch it out. Breathe. Best you can. If you're a splits person, you can take this leg forward, more toward the splits. I am definitely not a splits person. I don't know that I'll ever be one, at least in this lifetime. But I'm okay with that. I'd rather go run up to the top of Lady Face Mountain. Although I do know people, my good friend Kathy, she can easily do the splits, and she can run up to the top of Lady Face Mountain when necessary. So it's possible to do both. I just don't think it's in the cards for me this lifetime. One more breath. And then I'm going to take that leg back. Ooh, yeah. And then we're going to bend it again, and then come back to our stretch. Maybe tuck the toes. Back to the stretch. Tuck the toes. Straighten the legs back. Oh no, don't tuck the toes yet. Sorry. Now we're going to go back to low plank. So now you can take both legs back. Again, another minute here. So let me just set my, oh yeah, that's good, we're good. Go for it, a minute. Abdomen strong, breathe. So again, this upper back is really what you want to focus on for the moment. Obviously your core needs to be involved here. Your thighs need to be involved here. Your breath needs to be smooth. So just chilling out in low plank. The world record, I think, is 8 hours or something like that. So a minute shouldn't be too bad. But if you're newer and you're not used to this kind of thing and a minute is hard for you, then you can lift the hips up higher. That's your option. Or you can even drop the knees down, although I recommend you lift the hips higher first and make dropping the knees down the last resort. 15 more seconds if you can. Breath smooth. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Done. Good. Child's pose, just for a moment, child's pose. We are going to go back to dolphin, don't worry. But child's pose, just for a moment. Good. Anytime you need child's pose, you can rest in child's pose. We're going to move into dolphin here. So if you had a block, I actually do have blocks way over here. So you could use a block in the front here, where your fingers are on the side of the block and your thumbs are facing you, and then press into dolphin pose this way, and get that upper back. Get the upper back to stretch. Don't do that. Don't stop breathing. So just breathe and soften and stretch. Very good. All right, now come down, and then we're going to head to downward facing dog. So come on up, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. All right. From here, right leg up. There's one more little standing sequence. Take it forward. Stay on the back toes this time. So staying on the back toes for crescent pose here. Reach the arms up, lean back, arms out to the side, actually. Breath smooth. Good, one more inhale, and then lean forward, step up, warrior 3, balance, not long, just a couple breaths. We're gonna take this, you can take the arms out to the side or forward, a few more breaths. One more inhale, and then hands down from there, lift the back leg up, stretch it out. Standing splits, and that means that you're just lifting the top leg as high as you can with that standing leg as straight as you can get it. A couple more breaths. One more inhale, and then both feet down from there. Shake out that leg for a second. Shaking out the leg, and then we're gonna squat down. So step back about halfway onto your mat, and then squat down into your squat pose. So this is where my ankle just a little swollen. It'll be fine, but just a little swollen. Thank you for your concern. Excuse me. All right, so you can stay, if you're not an arm balance person, just stay in this squat. But if you are, if you are, set the hands, lean in, and two ways to do crow. So if you're newer, the knees go outside. This is a very big difference. The knees go outside the arms like that. Okay, if you've been doing this for a little while, the knees go into the back of the arms. So you have to turn the arms and bring the knees into the back of the arms and then lift your landing gear up, right? So just go ahead and do that one time and then come back, all right? And then we're gonna do it again. And this time I want you to see if you can lift one leg up, off, right? So right from here, as you come into it, lift, you gotta lean, so I'm leaning to my left. Take one leg up, right? And then down. Until you can start to get the crow pose really solidly, and then take one leg up. You're not gonna be able to get both legs up unless you can get one leg up, unless there's a miracle somewhere happening that I don't know about. But back to your squat, and by the way, if you're in a squat and you're not doing any of this, take a moment, straighten the legs. In fact, let's all do it. Take a moment, straighten the legs, hang forward. You got two options, three options. Just hang, grab your elbows, standing forward bend, rest. You can grab the big toes, 2 fingers and the thumb, kind of form this little hook, and then you pull down. The third option is you stand on your hands. When you stand on your hands, you look forward, straighten the upper body, and then drop the head down and stretch. And breathe. Good. All righty, from here, we're gonna come down into that squat again. For those of you that are doing the arm balance, now if you did lift one leg, now you're gonna lift the other leg off the floor. So you're gonna come forward, set the hands, lean in. Now I'm leaning to my right. Left leg up and back, all right? And then everyone can just fold forward. Let's take a nice little vinyasa, lower down. Upward facing dog. Ooh, a nice little back bend, and then downward facing dog. Pause there, downward facing dog, just a couple breaths. Good, and so just had to hit something here, sorry, I kept hearing that. Good, so from downward facing dog, we gotta go to the left side, take the left leg up. Bring it all the way forward. Stay on the back toes. Crescent pose. Arms up. Arms out to the side. Breathing deeply. I kept hearing this noise. I thought, oh, is someone in my lobby? What's going on? But it was actually my computer on very low volume. And it was actually me talking. Take one more inhale and then lean forward. Step up. Warrior 3. Driving that back leg back, reaching the arms forward, a few more breaths. Good, and then hands down from there. Lift the back leg up, stretch. Good, one more breath, give it a little bit of a lift up. Good, all right. And then both feet down, shake out the legs. Back again to our squat. And the squat is good, so I don't want you to feel like you are missing out on anything because you can't do that arm balance or, you know, what we're gonna do now, or the one-legged arm balance. This pose is super powerful and super potent, and ultimately you wanna get comfortable being here for 3 minutes. You just kind of be here inevitably or indefinitely just for a couple minutes, and it's not an issue for you. So you're either working on your squat, but now, because of the request we got last night, I'll show you what it looks like to go from crow pose up into handstand. All right, so if you want to give it a shot, it's totally fine. You can take a look. The abdomen really strong, right? You set your crow pose from here, and then from here you got to lean forward and then lift up. Whoa, good dish. So I didn't quite make that one. Happens most of the time. It doesn't happen all the time. So we'll try it again. But that's the idea. So if you can see, now what you're doing is you have to get all the weight on the arms. So I bend my arms a little bit forward, engage my abdomen a lot, start to lift the hips up, and then you have to push up into your handstand. So there's no chance of you actually going from crow pose to handstand unless you have a very solid, strong handstand, because you have to have a place to get to. And if you don't, then where are you going? Like you might be so strong that you can muscle through, you know, bending the arms a little bit, lifting the hips a little bit. But if you have nowhere to go, if you don't have a solid handstand practice, it's not going to happen, right? You need to complete that. So we'll just do one more here. Lean in, balance wherever you're at, maybe lift. There we go. Oops, nope. Oh well, didn't work today. 2 times, but that's enough. All right, those of you squatting, go ahead and fold forward. Straighten the leg back. Vinyasa. Back to downward facing dog. Oh, good. All right, from here, drop to the knees, and then we're gonna do Ustrasana camel pose. So typically the handstand works for me pretty well, but it didn't today. That's okay. I'm not gonna force it. I'm not gonna push it. I still have more work I have to do later today, so I need to save some energy. Go ahead and bring this right hand down, but we'll do it again. Don't worry. Left arm up, lean back and stretch. Where's Greg when I need him? Greg, are you out there? Greg Louganis. Good. And then switch. That's the thing. I can always just defer to Greg if I ever needed to. Good. One more. Nice big breath. And then slowly come on down. Sit for a moment. So you can sit. Keep the toes tucked if you can. See that? Keep the toes tucked like that. Sit on the heels. Couple breaths. Not long. And then interlace the fingertips, turn the palms forward, reach the arms up, stretch. Good. All right. One more time. Come on up. Reach the toes back here. Lift the upper body up. Lean back. Lift up, lean back, breathe deep. One more breath. Abdomen strong. Slowly come on down. Forward, child's pose. Child's pose here. Good, and then from child's pose, we're gonna go right to pigeon, and then we're gonna turn around, do a little twist, and a little shavasana. So right from here, downward facing dog, and then right to pigeon pose. Right leg in, right leg up, I guess, not in. And then come on down, and we'll just spend about a minute, minute and a half here, 90 seconds. So good news, everyone. Good news, our little guy Liam slept through the night. So those of you that don't know, I have a 4-year-old and an 8-month-old. And the 8-month-old slept really well for the first couple months. And we thought, oh my gosh, this is a breeze, woohoo, we're awesome. And then it didn't work out so well. So, but we've been training him a little bit to sleep, and it's been working. It's been working. So last night he slept fully from 7:30 to 6:30, solid 11 hours, which is a dream for my wife, especially. But so what that means is we're getting closer to doing our yoga brunch session. So I've been threatening to do this yoga brunch for the last 3 weeks, where we practice yoga on Saturday together, and then I send you guys a Zoom link, and then we can all have brunch, or if you're on the East Coast, it's lunch, or if you're in Europe, it's dinner. But we can all break some bread together, and it would be fun. And I have a nice big monitor. So if that happens, tune in tomorrow on Saturday, and if it happens and we feel good and we got a good night's sleep and it wasn't horrible, then we'll do it. We'll do it tomorrow. I'll make some eggs. My wife will probably make some pancakes, some gluten-free. Oh, let's switch sides. Gluten-free chocolate chip pancakes, or gluten-free blueberry pancakes. Oftentimes I make this tofu scramble, but it takes a long time, so I won't do that. But I thought it could be fun. We can chat a little bit, since I know that Zooms sometimes get crazy when people are stepping all over each other's audio. But in Zoom, you can raise your hand in the Zoom, and then we can sort of go around and have everyone share. And I thought it would be fun to have people share a rose, a thorn, and a bud, which is a fun little thing. And so we can just go around and pick someone, and you can talk about, you got to tell us where you're from, what your name is, where you're from, what you're making for your food, and then B, a rose, a thorn, and a bud, and we'll give each other 3 minutes or something like that, 5 minutes. Of this whole situation. And the rose would be the good thing that has happened during the situation. The thorn would be the bad thing that's happened in this situation, and the bud would be the thing that you are taking forward that will ultimately blossom into a rose. So that's the idea of the game. So if we sleep tonight, and you tune in tomorrow, I'll send over the Zoom link, and we can all have a nice, fun little Zoom meal together. All right, last couple breaths here. And then come on up. Oh, yeah, both legs forward. Shake them out. We're going to do our final forward bend, and then we'll go back, do a little twist. Shavasana, so shake the legs out, reach the arms up, fold all the way down forward, pause and stretch. And remember, this is brought to you by our sponsors. Actually, you guys. You guys are our sponsors right now. So I very much appreciate all the donations and all of the paying for classes. And you can go to 5pointyoga.com, or there's a couple ways to do it there, or you just Venmo me directly at Teddy McDonald. That would be fantastic. And thank you all for everything that you've done for us so far. You are officially keeping us going. So thank you for that. Thank you for your continued support. And as I've said, I will continue to do this as long as you guys keep showing up. So share it with your friends. Tell everybody about it. We're 6 days a week, Monday through Friday, for 60 minutes, 65 minutes, and then Saturday for 90 minutes. All right, then you can go ahead and roll back and roll up. You can if you don't want to do that, stay right where you are. Otherwise, you roll up and back and stretch. Support the back, take the legs up, a couple breaths. Legs wide, a couple breaths. Bend the knees, couple breaths. Quick story about physical ailments. So if you've been doing this with us, go ahead now, take the legs up and down, and then come on down. For the last week, I had this kind of inner hip thing that I mentioned once or twice in there, and it's gone now. It's totally gone. From yoga, from running, from my exercise. I mean, I've been healing it. Pull the right knee in and roll over. But seriously, the movements that I used to do that would cause it to be affected no longer cause it to be affected. And I think, truth is, I think it was the run that helped it. Yoga and the running, switch sides. So this stuff works, you guys. Go ahead and twist. Good. Back up to the center. Shavasana, final rest. Just take a few minutes here. Set it up. Feet flop open. Eyes closed. Take a nice big cleansing breath. Deep inhale. And exhale. Totally relax. Okay, you can, from here, bring your left hand to your heart center, right hand to your belly. Just take a nice deep breath. And then roll to your right. So just take a nice easy roll to the right side. And then make your way up into a seated position, a comfortable seat. Sitting up nice and tall, palms up, eyes closed, a couple breaths in and out of your nose. Remember, staying connected, and like we talked about earlier on, if there's something in your life that just needs a little change in perspective, that's what you want to see if you can get comfortable doing when the shit hits the fan, like it has for so many people. The idea is to understand it, experience it. Whoa, it's this big blow, it's this big shock, but then at some point, come back, take a few breaths and go, okay, wait a second, maybe there's a lesson, maybe there's a meaning, maybe there's an opportunity. And those are the things after the initial shock. I'm not saying to avoid that experience, because you want to feel as much as you can. It's one of the things that makes life as rich and beautiful as it is all of the amazing experiences we get to feel. Good. Go ahead and bring the palms together to the heart. Just take a moment of gratitude. Gratitude for every breath. Namaste. Namaste, my friends. Thank you very much for showing up every day, or some of you maybe every day, some of you not every day, but I'm here every day, 6 days a week. So thank you for your support. As always, support us if you can, support your local businesses if you can. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you right back here, actually right back in my backyard tomorrow. It's backyard yoga tomorrow. And hopefully pray that Liam sleeps and we'll have a little Zoom meal after. All right, you guys, thanks so much. I will see you tomorrow.